Hello, good morning. Good morning, you guys. For once in our entire history,
in
we
my
are
life.
clashing so hard right now.
Look at us. It's so weird. It's like I didn't get the memo. I don't know. We weren't. It's not right. I
We were
got on.
not
I
in
was like,
sync today.
you
Because
know what
I'm
I'm like?
wearing my annual Christmas outfit for Salvation Army
I'm like
Radiothon.
the ornament that doesn't match. That's what I am this morning. I'm
You're a
sorry.
misfit toy. You are a
I.
misfit toy.
You know what? I've been that my whole life, Mock. It's basically that's the description of me. It's who I am as a person.
Quickly,
Okay.
before we get into the news, wanted to remind you about a company that we've heard about, which is called Calibrate. And if you are a person who has struggled with your weight for maybe forever, and you've tried all the things, like you've tried the fad diets, you've tried all the exercises, you've tried all the things. This is a new approach. It's new to us. We'd not heard about this before. And so we thought we would pass along the information to you. Calibrate is like a doctor prescribed, FDA approved medication combined with like lifestyle changes that are sort of supervised by this company along with doctor oversight. And it's a whole metabolic reset. So if that is something that you have not tried, it's something to potentially look into, right? And you can know right away whether you can do the things.
Yeah, it's an easy website that you can get on, take a 2-minute quiz. It's joincalibrate.com. You're going to know pretty much in seconds whether or not you're a candidate because it's an easy quiz to take. And it's not like anything else you've ever done, kind of like what Mock said. So you should check it out if you're interested at all.
They're doing a promotion right now where you can get $50 off of a 1-year metabolic reset when you use code at joincalibrate.com. So it might be worth checking out if you've tried everything else and you're just looking for another option. Okay, so big news of the day, obviously the guilty verdict, 5 of the 6 felony charges against Jussie Smollett. He has been declared guilty as charged.
So are there like are people coming out? I haven't been on Twitter. You're a Twitter person. Are you seeing like Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and the Obamas and all these celebrities? Are they all like, oh damn, I misjudged that. I overshot my mouth when I was like all about it. There, this guy is being mistreated and like there's going to be justice and blah. I mean, are they like retracting what they said like months ago? Are they retracting? Are they doing that? Because this honestly,
no, they're not.
Because listen, those people are the reason that there's a lot of race nastiness in this country because they are race baiters, those people. So I'm just curious if if any of them woke up this morning, they're like, you know what, I'm going to do some self-reflection and I'm going to talk and I'm going to get on my twit machine and I'm going to say the opposite of what I said months ago.
The only thing I've seen is that Nancy Pelosi has quietly deleted her original tweet about Jussie Smollett.
Isn't that convenient?
So,
Really, that's very interesting. Very interesting. Nancy.
She just quietly did that.
Yeah. She doesn't know how the internet works, does she? She doesn't know.
So people are calling her out on it. Now, we won't know. I don't know when he's getting sentenced. But each of the 5 counts that he is guilty of, each one carries a 3-year potential prison sentence. So, I mean, he could be getting up to 20-ish years. I seriously doubt he will serve much more time than maybe a year. I mean, I could just be cynical about it. I don't know, but I don't see him serving out 20 years.
Right there with you, sister. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna serve much time at all either.
Yeah. So anyway, so that is big, and I guess Don Lemon was on last night, basically just
nothing.
No, I mean, well, he said the things like he said he's guilty, and then he started to talk about, he lied about a lot of things, and he's just kind of trying to break it down. But again, still doesn't mention his connection to Jussie at all.
People are wanting him to be fired so hard. They're calling for him to be fired next. Now, whether or not that happens, I don't think that's going to happen either. But there are people who want him to in fact be fired. And I mean, CNN has zero credibility. Zero.
Yeah. And I don't know that, well, they're not acknowledging this potential conflict and this potential ethics violation. So it's ridiculous. Oh, and that reminds me, I have good video clip to play for you of Greg Gutfeld making fun of, what is her name? Is it Brianna or Brianne Kyler or Kalar? Or she's the one with the kind of like she has sort of a porky face. You know what I mean? Like a pig face.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not saying it's not a weight thing. She just has that face that reminds me of a pig.
It's like she's got a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit.
All right. I don't.
So I'm not going to say anything more about it because Greg does a perfectly fine job explaining the whole thing. And this is about, by the way, the Fox Christmas tree being set on fire by that career criminal who is now out on the streets again.
No bail. I mean, why would we set bail for an arsonist? I don't know.
With a record a mile long. Why would you do that?
Be so mean. Yeah.
All right. So here it is.
Excuse. Here's the cranky cricket muncher using the arson attack to slam Fox News.
Now, no one was injured in this incident, but they could have been. This is a serious incident. Obviously, it's incredibly scary to feel that your workplace is under attack, unless your workplace is the Capitol. Then, according to many Fox hosts, it's not such a big deal.
What the hell?
Oh, my God. Only the psychos at CNN could make an arson attack into an attack on its target. For CNN, the attack is merely an opportunity to wag your swollen finger at the people who are kicking your ass every night. How imbecilic. Yes, arson is indeed bad, but you didn't care about January 6th. What a miserable wretch. If you got any dumber, she could fill Chris Cuomo's seats. Just as...
Swear to God, he is 150% correct. I love that.
See what I mean about her face?
Yeah, I do. I totally do. I think it's because her collar was too tight. I think that's what it was. It was like making it all swollen, you know?
I cannot stand her. I absolutely cannot stand her.
I can't stand anybody at that station.
They're all so uncomfortable. Oh my God.
They're all like, January 6th, January 6th, They can't, it's like a bobblehead thing at this point. Shut up.
Oh, you guys, huge news. I know there's been a lot of complaints from members of the press, that so far to date, and we're in December now, Joe Biden has only done 2 sit-down interviews in his entire presidency, but he has finally agreed to sit down for another with Jimmy Fallon. Hi,
Cash. Cash thinks that's hard-hitting. He'd like everybody to know that that's why he stood up, because he was like, you got to be kidding me.
This is great.
This is something. Yeah, I mean, wow. Jimmy Fallon. He's going to ask the serious questions, you guys, that everybody wants to know. It's so great. Next up,
maybe they'll write another song together. Maybe they'll have themselves a duet.
I mean, maybe they'll bring in Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. It'll just be like a big, really serious interview. I can't wait.
Isn't that ridiculous? I think it's tonight. So ridiculous. I think it may be tonight.
Well, it's so indicative of this administration, right? I mean, Jimmy Fallon. Wow.
I mean, I guess at least he's sitting down with somebody, but it's not going to be. I mean, it's going to be such a softball.
But you realize they're still going to have handlers there. They're still going to have people around him, like probably with poster board, like directing him what to say, even with Jimmy Fallon. What a nightmare, I swear.
Also, Ilaria was on her Instagram yesterday. She did I don't think it was a live, but she recorded an Instagram video about the perils of fame. And she's talking about how hard it is to have trolls. She's got some ideas. I actually don't totally disagree with her about the idea for social media with trolls. She said, it's this interesting idea where she said, yes, there's blue checkmark people, but she has this idea of having yellow checkmarked people where if you have a yellow checkmark, it means that you are willing to stand up for what you're saying and identify yourself. So it means that you are an actual person with an actual email address that has been in some way verified, whether it's your phone number or your email address or a photo or whatever. so that if somebody comments on, like, say somebody commented on a video of ours and they did not have a yellow check mark, we would be like, oh, that's a bot, or that's a troll that is not willing to stand behind their words with their own identity. But a yellow check mark would mean it's somebody that is an actual person who is standing by what they say.
Right.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
I don't hate that. First of all, just going back, I thought they were off of social media, so I'm surprised
Twitter.
that she's actually.
They took their Twitters down.
Oh, okay. That's like going into hiding, just going off of Twitter. Okay, but okay,
it's a big
all right.
deal.
But it is a huge deal for them, just going off of one of the 18,000 social medias that's out there. Oh my God, they're like going into hiding, you guys. But I do agree. I do agree with that idea, because I actually, I have altercations with people on our site. Where the people will come at us and they'll say all sorts of nasty stuff to us. I mean, I had a fight with that one dude, a couple weeks ago, where he was just saying all sorts of stuff about us, our business, who we are, us personally. I mean, just attacking us personally. And I'm like, you don't even have an identity. Like, you're using a cartoon character of yourself.
Yeah.
You use a fake name. Like, you won't even come at me, bro. If you want to have a fight with me, let's fight. Like, let's do it. I will totally get in the ring with you, but you at least have to show yourself. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are such wusses. They want to fight with a woman, but they don't want to actually get in the ring and fight with us. You know what I mean? They want to have like a secured identity where it's like they want to have like, they want to be Antifa,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's exactly right. So she's not wrong about that. And I don't know that anybody's going to listen to her, but I mean, it is an idea that I know it's been talked about by many people about maybe potentially having that be a requirement to participate on social media. So whatever, it's a way for her, she says, to avoid getting into conflicts with people who won't even say who they are. So she's like, look, I'm a person, you guys all know who I am. So I would like the benefit of, if I'm going to engage with somebody, I want to know that they are who they say they are. And I should, if they can't stand behind what they say, then I'm not going to waste my time.
I hate that I agree with her.
I know.
I hate it, but
somebody just sent us a super sticker. April, thank you. She says that's what they do on Parler. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I hate that I agree with her, but I absolutely agree with her 100%. I mean, I wish that because, and usually when you get in a conflict with somebody that is not showing their identity, and then you finally get their identity, it goes from being escalated to de-escalated. You know what I mean? Like, things start calming down. That's what happens, because, and I've done that before too, where I'm like, okay, you want to fight? Let's talk let's talk face to face, you and I. Let's meet at 40 Monument Circle in Indianapolis, and we'll go and have coffee, and then we'll discuss this particular thing. And then that person all of a sudden is like, oh crap, you're human? Oh no. Oh God. So this is the thing. It's like, when humans start talking to humans, then the conversation becomes completely different than what it is in a social media environment where people just want to hurl insult at you.
Right. It's an interesting idea. She also, though, did complain about Alec Baldwin having PTSD. And so, people are coming after him and they don't know what they're talking about. And he's had PTSD since well before this incident, which I was like, what?
But from being married to her? From being married to her. Because I mean... Yeah.
So apparently he's suffering from PTSD. He also posted, I guess on Instagram, because he also took down his Twitter, a letter that like 20 different people, cast and crew members from that movie set, have written to say things were fine on the movie set. And it's not true. That there's just a couple people trying to say that it was like chaos and crazy and that no one was taking care of anything. And so it's not true. Things were fine, which I'm like, dude, just stop freaking talking about the shooting. Just stop talking publicly about it. You idiot.
Yeah. I can't believe that I can't believe there's not like 5 lawyers who aren't telling him to just shut up already.
I know.
Like, that's what blows me away. Like, he's so mouthy about all this. He's out there, blah, 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 and you think that he's paying for lawyers, right? I mean, it's like, don't you think they're like, shut up, dude?
I mean, it's just like just keeps at it and nothing is helping him. He just needs to stop. my gosh. And maybe he just needs a good night's rest and he hasn't tried MyPillow yet. Ella, now is not the time to be squeaking a toy, please.
Right. She's like, I want some kitten fur technology.
Which, by the way, I have mine on. I have my MyPillow moccasins on. This is what they look like, you guys. See the fur, the kitten fur that we've talked about over and over again.
So cute. They come in different colors.
And the soles are like super, super sturdy, heavy duty. Because my kid wears these to school. So the soles are really, really sturdy, inside or outside. And they just hug your foot.
They squeeze. They squeeze.
They squeeze. It sounded like you were like an aerobics instructor for a minute. You were going back to your days. Just squeeze it.
8 more.
Just squeeze
7
it.
more. 6 more.
So you guys, it's 40% off the MyPillow Squeezy Kitten Fur Technology slippers or moccasins. So you can get like the full moccasin or the slip-on slippers like I have. Either one, 40% off. Really, discounts on everything at MyPillow if you go to mypillow.com/chicks.
Best Christmas presents ever, you guys. Seriously.
They don't get better.
Everybody wants MyPillow stuff. The towels.
Oh, don't even get me started, because then we'll end up talking about them for 5 more minutes.
I know, right?
Okay. Also, Lourdes, who you may know from such things as being Madonna's daughter, who's also kind of a
Lola.
She goes by Lola. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of skanky, like in terms of her modeling. She models very skankily. So
I can get on board with that assessment. I can see. Right. I don't think that, and honestly, I don't think she would be mad if we said that.
No, I mean, there's no denying it.
Yeah,
it's not like she's wearing sweaters or modeling for J. Crew. She's modeling really skanky things for skankier publications. And she's on the cover now of Paper, which isn't that the one that Kim Kardashian had the champagne on her butt?
Yeah,
That's
on her butt.
Right?
Paper is the one with the bare butt picture. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. So Lourdes is on the cover of that, and she was posting on Instagram like her photos from that particular shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then Madonna, because apparently she can't just let her daughter have that, she photoshopped herself onto the cover and reposted it with her and her daughter on the cover.
Oh my God. Like,
what is wrong with her?
She's a total stage mom. Like, she's that mom. She's like, I know, my sweetie, she's that. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Let me put my head on you. That's so bizarre.
No, she didn't put her. She photoshopped her whole, like they're standing next to each other.
Oh,
like
so she's sitting next to her? Okay.
Yeah. She just wanted to be on the cover with her.
Like she wants to have the spotlight with her. She can't let her daughter have any skanky spotlight without her.
Right. Isn't that weird? Like, that's weird, right? It's not normal.
It's really, really weird. But I mean, we're talking about Madonna, right? So.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what her daughter thinks about that. Maybe she's completely fine with it. And she's just like, that's my mom and that's cool. But like, that's not normal behavior.
Yeah. That's the thing. She was raised by Madonna.
Also, you guys, I'm kind of mad at Trump right now because there's a new article at Axios. There's a guy by the name of Barak Ravid who is writing a book. He's an Israeli guy, I think, writing a book about Trump and Bibi, their relationship. And so he sat down with Trump at least twice to interview him for this book and asked him about the current relationship that they have, that Bibi and Trump have. And Trump basically said that they don't talk anymore and that he said F him about Bibi because Bibi congratulated Biden after the election. So he was a world leader at the time and he congratulated Biden after he was recognized as the president of the United States, which is what world leaders tend to do.
Mm-hmm.
But that infuriated Trump. And so he said, F Bibi. And I don't think that's cool. I don't think you should do that.
It's interesting because why do
they have to fight, you guys? I don't like this.
Okay, so like there are going to be a lot of people who are going to be like, God, Mock sucks. Like I'm going to send an email because you can never be mad at Trump, right? So because we're going to get some of that. But I like,
Oh, yeah.
we prepped and we talked about this before we got on. And my thing is like, you know, from a diplomatic perspective, yeah, it kind of sucks. Like he shouldn't do that. But then from a personal perspective, I love this. I love that he is so loyal. Like it gives you a little insight into how his brain works. Like I said, like you, from a business and a diplomatic perspective, it is a little weird. It's a little weird because you're supposed to play nice, right? You're supposed to like do the things, and there's pomp and circumstance, and there's certain diplomatic things that you have to do, and you have to fake it sometimes. Like in business and in politics, you got to fake it, right? But from a personal perspective, it gives you insight into how incredibly loyal he is to people and to people in his inner circle. And when he becomes friends with you, or if you're in his family, you can tell that he is fiercely loyal to people. And I dig that. I
don't know, though. Is he loyal, or does he just demand loyalty?
Demand loyalty. Probably
because he's obviously not been loyal to wives. You know what I mean? So I don't know that says much about Trump.
I don't know, because look at how he takes care of his ex-wives.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's one way to look at it. Like that would not be okay with me if if my husband cheats on me and he's like, "But listen, I'll pay you afterwards." That's not.
I hear you, but I'm just saying. But he has good relationships with them. I mean, it didn't work out, but he has good relationships with them, and he takes care of. I mean, his children. He loves his children. I mean, I'm not saying it's the right thing. I have no idea what happened in those marriages. Marriages aside, when it comes to his family, he's fiercely loyal to his family. And I mean, so I don't know, there's that. I just feel like as a guy with the people in his inner circle, if he's friends with you, I feel like he kind of he has that bond. And then he's like, okay, you're loyal to me, I'll be loyal to you. And if you think about it, over the past 4 years, so many people have stabbed him in the back that it's probably hard. It's probably hard for him. I'm not a psychotherapist, but I'm just saying it's probably hard for him to figure out who are the people that are going to be loyal to me and not freaking stab me when I turn around, you know?
Thank you, Brenda. Brenda says, I'm going to use that code CHICKS when I get my MyPillow Christmas gifts today. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Yay.
Then John Fox, thank you very much. John Fox also says he gives loyalty and demands it back. That's Trump. And that may be, listen, you can have that perspective, but I'm just saying there's no way that he couldn't understand why Bibi did that. Like,
right.
What was he expecting him to do? Literally start like a whole election hullabaloo from Israel? Like, I don't know what he possibly expected him to do.
Like,
so it just seems like saying F you to somebody. That just seems like a really harsh, over-the-top reaction.
Yeah, diplomatically, there are certain things that have to be done in the political arena. You just have to do certain things. You have to congratulate people. You have to be nice. You have to. I mean, there are just certain things you have to do. So that's that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I do appreciate his loyalty. I do. So I'm like I'm here with all this. You know.
Yeah.
The FU is a little out of line.
It was a little much. All right. So let's see how we're doing. Okay. So we're almost time for MyPillow talks. But first, I wanted to mention that I had some free time yesterday afternoon and I watched the 2 new episodes of the Sex and the City thing, you guys.
Okay. So I am not planning on watching that. So you're taking a bullet for both of us and probably for some people in our audience. Okay. Because I know that like it's so incredibly woke. Everything is woke now. I feel like Will and Grace became woke. Everything has become woke now.
Yeah.
So, all right. So give us a report.
The first episode was so over woke that it was like laughable. Like I found myself going, seriously, like just, it was so trying too hard to be woke that it was just like, you guys, like calm down. You have a whole season to kind of sprinkle some wokeness in. You don't have to shoot your whole load in the first episode. You know what I mean? I mean, it was just really over the top. And then the second one was a little better. Like it was less of that and more of the stories that you're sort of expecting. But it doesn't seem like it's well acted this time. Like all of them seem like they forgot how to just be normal. And they're all, I don't know why I did it.
Yeah. So you're not going to, please tell me you're not going to continue. Because
Well, you know how I am. I'll say that, and then I'll be like bored on a Sunday, and then I'll be like, I just want to see what's going to happen next.
Oh my
This
God.
is what I do.
So she does. She's such a masochist, you guys. She does this. And then she'll tell me how it is. I have no interest. 0.0 interest in watching this garbage. Zero.
And I don't like any of them. That's the thing. I think that's what it is I no longer like the characters.
Right. Well, this is and this is also the thing. Like, they should have just let it lie. I hate it when they do this. They take stuff that was decent at the time, and then they try to resurrect it and think that, they try to put it in the microwave, warm it up, and then feed it to us with and then they sprinkle the wokeness on it, and they think that everybody's going to love it again. And it's like, no, just let it lie. It's like Godfather 3. Why'd you have to do that? Don't do that. Nobody likes it. Just stop. You got to stop when it was good. You know what I mean? Don't redo. There are no redos. Just stop. Don't redo it. It's like
John Fox just sent another super sticker and said another $5 for Mock saying shoot your load. Was that wrong? Is that frowned upon?
It probably just, you're in this cute little Christmas sweater, and then you say that. People are going to make memes from it. Like, Sid's probably going to take it and run with it and make a meme from it. I can't deal. I swear.
My God.
I swear, if they redo Friends, then I'm out.
Oh my God. They cannot. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Yeah.
All right. It's time for some MyPillow talks, you guys. And I do have some good ones for you today. Now,
that one in the middle.
Just now figuring out my little dual monitor here. Which one do you want?
I mean, the one in the lady's face in the middle is just cracking me up. I don't know what it is, but her face.
This is actually from remember, it's been a while since we've played a video from This Is Savvy. She is phenomenal. It's this gal right here. But she's responding to this gal right here, and it's good. So that's a good one to start with. Actually, it's a little more on the serious side, but I think it's a good one.
Okay, all right.
Americans carry a gene called Gene Z. What's Gene Z? No, we're not doing this. 3 things. Number 1, you're absolutely stunning. I'm absolutely jealous of the halo that is your red hair. Number 2, Black people do not carry a special gene because genetically race does not exist. There is no white gene. There is no black gene. There is just a combination of dominant and recessive genes that make up skin tone. I think what you're talking about is the Eve gene, and that's the myth that Black women carry a special mitochondrial DNA that produces all shades. Mitochondrial DNA doesn't do that. You have red hair because both your parents carry the gene for red hair. You have blue eyes because both your parents carry the gene for blue eyes. I don't know if you've ever done any kind of ancestry DNA, but I'd hazard a guess that your European percentage is higher than 50%, and that's because the average Black American has anywhere from 16 to 24% European DNA. We're genetically mixed. Number 3, I'm sick and tired of seeing biracial people on this app having to prove themselves. Being Black just means we have common phenotypes and we have common ancestry. That's it.
I just love her.
I love her too.
She's just so full of common sense and just
right.
I just love her.
Anyway. I love her too, and she's loving.
Yeah,
she's a nice person. She is very kind. Yeah, I love her.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so one of these comedians that I follow that looks just like a guy that you used to work with, I still work with, producer Ari. He's literally his twin, which means nothing to anybody watching, and I'm sorry, but I just wanted to point it out to Daisy. But
I can see him. I can totally see him. That's right? Ari. Oh my God.
It's totally Ari. And he sounds like him too. So anyway, he's a great comedian. And he's talking about what your Christmas stockings say about you. Okay. Here he is.
Oh my gosh.
The kind of Christmas stockings a family has will tell you everything you need to know about them. This will be more accurate than any horoscope you'll ever read. Okay, first off, we have these. This is the gold standard of Christmas stocking. You and your family made these at home, or you had them made at some Christmas fair when you were 4 years old. They're not really the nicest to look at, but you made them, and your family cherishes sentimental value. Their tree is filled with colorful ornaments they've collected over the years. This is a home full of love. Everyone's welcome. Then you got stockings like these. If you walk into someone's house and see these, turn around and walk out immediately. There is no love in this home. This is a cold, uninviting performance of a home. Even Santa Claus is like, oh God, is this the house with the cheetah stockings? This is a family that has 2 separate Christmas trees because their mom is a psychopath. Because nothing says love like throwing out the macaroni ornament your kid made at school because it doesn't fit with the theme of my tray.
I love it.
Kids get 6 PlayStation 5s and a Range Rover for Christmas when all they really wanted was a hug and for you to get off your phone. Santa just called me. He said we're going to open up presents in the garage this year. The kind of Christmas stock.
So that's
I love
Eric
it.
D'Alessandro, Eric D'Alessandro, if you want to follow him.
Oh my God. And I actually have the Dollar Tree stockings with the glitter. Like I have
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, I have Ron's
those.
that he made when he was a kid. My husband's when he was a kid. We have it.
Oh
It's
my
so
God,
cute.
I have them. Oh my God. You have to send that to me. I have to share that far and wide. I love that so much.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Now, our guy that apologizes to his wife is back. I showed you like earlier this week, he had a video saying, "Yay, look, I'm at 200,000 followers." He just hit 300,000. Like that's how fast he's growing. I'm just gonna take credit. I think we should all take credit. It's you guys.
We should.
It's you guys that are following.
It's us. Right.
All right, here we go.
Howdy, and welcome to a very special 300,000 follower edition of Reasons Why I've Apologized to My Wife. Thank you so much for following me and giving me my life purpose and meaning again. Number 1, I like bananas. I really like bananas and ate one in the vicinity of my wife yesterday. This was wrong, and I've learned that the sound of me eating banana is the same sound you would hear at feeding time at a rescue ranch for elderly camels. To make sure my wife no longer has to suffer from my smacking gums, I get my daily intake of potassium alone in the bathroom basement underneath a towel. Number 2, I'm mean to my friends. Until recently, there's been an unspoken rule between me and my close male friends. That rule is that during any form of conversation, whether it be text, on the phone, or in person, we go to great lengths to insult and humiliate each other. A tame example of this would be my friend Will, who mistakenly during a drunken conversation admitted that the hair around his naughty bits is very coarse. This has led to years of relentless humiliation and birthing nicknames like Brillo Willow and the Vaginder Grinder. My wife recently overheard one of these conversations and was appalled. I apologized, and now all future conversations with my friends will only feature words of encouragement and appreciation. And the final reason I apologize to my wife, I'm not tone deaf. Quite often, my wife will ask me the name of a song that she heard and I did not. With no further useful information, I ask her to hum the tune of the song. The following noise that comes out of my wife's face is what a harmonica would sound like if it was played with a leaf blower. I know now my failure to identify any of these songs is my fault. I need to stop associating music with things like harmony and rhythm and more with intent and emotion. That is all.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, I love him. I just cannot.
That is the Chris Biggs, for those of you who want to follow him. Now, there's a trend going on TikTok right now where they're reposting some people's like best of all time videos. And so I know I've shared some of these before. I know in particular, I've shared this one before, but it was just so funny when it came up in my feed again yesterday that I thought people got to see it.
This is a picture of me exactly 1 year ago. I was eating bad food, drinking liquor every day, and doing a lot of drugs. This is me a year later, and I still do all that shit. This is just when I did it before.
This is just when I did it before.
I just still do all that shit.
I just still do all of it, but that's just when I did it before.
I did it before, just so you can see it.
Oh my God. I love that. Okay. And then we also have, this is a bit of a longer one, but I like her. She is a woman of our age-ish.
Okay.
And she's talking about how when you age, you start to lose, like, hide your kids, hide your wives. Okay. Cause I'm about to say the F-bomb. But when you age, you lose fucks to give, right?
Yeah.
This is a common thing
none.
as you age.
That's right. You just don't give any. You don't.
And so she is about to explain the process by which you lose those fucks. So it's a scientific process, really.
I cannot wait to hear this.
I've seen a lot of women over 40 make videos about how they don't have any fucks left to give. And I don't want those of you who aren't there yet to think that you just wake up on your 40th birthday fuck free. That's not how it works. It's a process that takes place over a few years. And I'm going to walk you through that process. This will take a couple of minutes, so get comfy. So let's say you carry around all your fucks in a bucket, okay? You've got a bucket of fucks. And when you're young, it's a big bucket, and you just cram all that shit in there. But every morning, you got to take all those fucks and carry them around with you, right? So you're putting them in your pencil case, and your backpack, and your purse, and you're walking around full of fucks. And that's fine, right? If you drop some fucks, you pick them up because they're your fucks. But around the time that you're 39, that's when it actually starts. As you feel 40 looming, you look at your bucket and you're tired of carrying around the weight of that bucket. So you want to downsize to a smaller bucket. But to do that, fuck's got to go. And some of them fall out, and when you look around, some you'll pick back up, right? You look down, you're like, no, beets do taste like dirt. You're coming with me. Other ones, you just let them go. And every few months, your bucket gets a little smaller. So every few months, you just let go of a few more fucks, right? You wake up one morning, and you're getting your fucks on, and you look, and you're like, oh, there's my strong opinion about Birkenstocks. Oh, well, maybe they are comfortable. And this continues. And then as you get to close creeping into your mid-40s, right? 43, 44, you get up in the morning and you look at your fucks and they fall on the floor and you just think like, oh, is my back not hurt somehow? I'm not bending over. What is that? Orange juice with pulp. Maybe chewy orange juice is delicious. Who am I to say?
Right.
So you just let more shit go. And now where I'm at, I'm getting into that mid to late 40s. I'm going to be 47 in a couple of months. So I wake up in the morning and I look at my bucket and I think, like, I don't even have pockets. Where am I supposed to carry all this shit? If it doesn't fit in a change purse, it's not coming. So you root through your fucks and you pull out the things that are the most important. You put them in your change purse, and those are all the fucks you have left. You can swap them out every once in a while, but that's where those are your most important fucks. They'll be different for everybody. Maybe it's friends, family, your garden, your children, your pets, your job, your religion, your environment, whatever it is. The beets still taste like dirt. That's whatever they are. They're your fucks. They're yours to carry, and you whittled them down to a manageable list of fucks. Your change purse of fucks.
Your change
Thank
purse.
you for coming to my TED Talk.
Your change purse.
I've seen a lot of women.
Your change purse. I love it.
So that's G Bizzle
purse.
74. G Bizzle 74 is if you want to follow her.
It's so true.
I know.
So very, very true.
Anyway, those are your pillow talks today.
You guys, great Friday talks. Those are really, really good ones, Mock. We really appreciate the Friday talks. I love the change purse one. It was fantastic. And I love that guy who apologizes to his wife.
He is fantastic. Just fantastic.
I'd like to believe that we're single-handedly making him famous. So there you go. Yes, you guys, bring it in. Bring it in, everybody. We're still clashing so hard. Look at us. I'm from the land of the misfit toys. Look at me go. You guys have a great Friday and a wonderful weekend.
Oh, and we're Insiders video on Sunday.
Sunday, you guys. We'll talk to you Sunday, Insiders. Bye, everybody.